Hello students, in this video we shall learn how to import and export data in MongoDB. We will be using both Mongo Shell and Mongo Compass. So let's go ahead and do it. So here I have already entered the Mongo SH. Let's re-enter. Okay. And I want to create a database which goes by the name friends. So for that we need to use command. Use friends. Now this is going to create a database. So it says switched to DB friends. Now this alone does not create a database. In MongoDB, the database is created only when an entry is made. So unless we insert a data, the database is not created. So first thing that we need to do is we need to create a collection. So for that we use db dot create collection my friend. We got an error, and most of the time it's because of the syntactical errors. So it is always advised to have the command ready elsewhere. Okay, here I forgot to give the quotations. Okay, in order to save time and or in order to avoid any syntactical errors, it's better to have the raw data ready, like the functions and other commands. Okay, we got an acknowledgement saying okay, and if you observe carefully, it is in the JSON format. Now let's go ahead and enter some details into this collection called my friends. So I have a collection ready. I'm going to explain that. So here I have two commands, db dot my friends insert one. In fact, I should not call them as commands. These are the two queries that I have. db dot my friends dot insert one. So when I want to insert a single entry into the collection, I may use insert one. And a query, if I want to add many entries, so I may simply use insert many. It's as simple as that. Here I have multiple entries that needs to make. So as soon as I use or run the queries on the command prompt, I would immediately get an acknowledgement saying true. And this is the unique ID that will be created for every entry that is made. So here there are details of three people and their respective age and city, and for each entry a unique ID is created. Alright, so now let's go ahead to Compass and check if this entries have been made. See, we have already got the acknowledgement, but still let's check it in the Compass, because Compass is the UI that has been provided by MongoDB. So first we need to search for friends. Or maybe I need to refresh it once. Yes. So here we have the database friends and this is the collection name. So when I click on my friends, so this is the entries that have been made. Okay. Now I want to export the data. So here you can see I have an option called export data, where I can export the data to a specific location on my system. So for that, click on export data. I'll click on export the full collection and in which format I want to the file to be formatted to. Since the inserted data was in JSON format, I would also prefer my exported data to be in JSON format. So I'll choose the JSON format and I'll click on export. Here we can choose the name for our exported file and also we can decide the location where it needs to get downloaded. So simply I'll say select and here it says export completed, 3 documents written. When I click on show file, so this is where my JSON file has been saved. So these are the entries. This was about export data. Now let's see how we can import data. Let's go back to the compass and here we have an option called add data and we have an option that says import JSON or CSV file. When I click on this, it is asking me to import. So since we do not have a JSON file available, let's go ahead and create a JSON file. Let's create a directory. Let's open the VS Code. It's always advised to use VS Code for all the editing. So this is where I want to create a JSON file. Okay, friends.json file has been created and here I can make some entries. So since we already have a few entries that are there in the earlier collection, let's copy one. Okay, we don't need an ID. Let's change some names here. All right, this seems good. We know the location of this particular JSON file and let's go ahead and try to import this and let's see if this works. We were in E drive and the file name was mongo import friends.json. So here if there is any errors, so I would like to stop it. So I will check this particular option and I'll click on import. So I got an acknowledgement that says import completed one document imported. So you can see here we have the imported data. So this is how we can easily import and export data in MongoDB. And a few people refer or prefer to do these operations completely on Mongo shell. For that, you require a tool called MongoDB database tools, in which we have the necessary tools like Mongo export, Mongo import. Okay, let me show you that. So these are the various tools that are available. We need to copy the path and edit the environmental variables of system variables, and then we can carry out these operations purely using Mongo shell. We will meet in the next video with a new topic. Thank you guys.